There's a ad for DeMatha's open house in the most recent article or recent edition of this Catholic Standard. And it has a picture of a football helmet. And it says, "If this is what you know about DeMatha, we'd like to teach you more." I'm more. My athletic exploits are not in my bio because I had none whatsoever. But even though my stories may not be as colorful, I'll say this. This morning, the gospel in church was about the poor widow who put her 2 coins in the treasury, among all the rich people. And these are my 2 coins. I have wonderful memories here. The people who came with me had to endure all my DeMatha stories. Most importantly, my wife, who has come here to verify that a lot of these stories actually did happen. My best friend and classmate, Mark Blankel, who made sure those stories didn't end with me being expelled from DeMatha. Can I get an amen? My very good friend, Sister Marcia, my goddaughters and their mother, and my goddaughters who, when I told them about this, looked at me and said, "What'd you do?" I don't know, so here are my 2 points. And most importantly, my mother, who paid the tuition to make sure I had all these wonderful memories. These are my 2 coins. After I was ordained, in God's sense of humor, He decided to assign me, or have the Cardinal assign me to St. Mark's in Hyattsville. It's not 2 or 3 miles away from here, which means every single altar server at that church goes to DeMatha, and in every other row is one of my former teachers. So we're taught that when we give a homily, no one will ever give us authentic feedback. Right, I go to church with Mr. Wooten, Mr. Shafali, and Mr. Moreland. And after I give a homily, Mr. Shafali looks at me and goes, "Curtis, nice job." Mr. Wooten always gives me a 20 out of 20 on my daily quiz. And Mr. Moreland tells me the truth. First homily, he was so harsh on me, but he was accurate. And his wife said to him, "John, be quiet, stop it." And Mr. Moreland, with his very subtle and quiet voice, goes, "Oh, don't worry about it, Joan, he's one of mine." And the truth is, I am one of his. I'm one of DeMatha's. It's always a great affiliation to have, to come back to this brotherhood. And again, you don't have to be an athlete. Trust me, I wasn't. My sport was French horn, my coach was Mr. Mitchell, and I was pretty good at it, wasn't I? But again, it was the idea that this school gave me a sense of service, a sense of faith, a sense of charism. Every school that I've run, I've tried to turn it into DeMatha, and I'll leave you with this 2 cents. Sometimes my secretary, my staff's trying to figure out my decisions, and they don't know where they're coming from. Sometimes they make sense, a lot of times they don't. Well, one day my secretary downloaded the parent-student handbook of DeMatha. And she walked into my office and showed it to me and said, "I figured out what you were trying to do." So thank you, DeMatha. Thank you for really helping me be a wonderful educator, but most importantly, helping me to love God and love to serve His people. Amen?